Thinking about buying OnePlus 6T, but you're not sure yet if it's worth it or not? Then this video will help you. Hello everyone, this is Musa from Mutech. In this channel we talk about technology, new tech, new gadgets, and on some occasions tips and tricks. If you are into that kind of thing, smash this subscription button and don't forget to shake the bell. This time OnePlus did not just launch a new phone, it has made a quiet impact in the Android market. Not to mention launching it officially with T-Mobile in USA, while Google came up with the rather disappointment of a phone, Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL, but this is another case for another video. Today we're just gonna concentrate on OnePlus 6T. OnePlus 6T is a beast of a phone in every way. I have been using that phone for the past 5 weeks and I'm absolutely in love with it. Let's talk about its price tag, starting at $549 for 6GB of RAMs and 128GB of storage, which puts this phone in the mid-range category for the price. But that's not a mid-range phone by any means. It is a flagship phone that can compete among the big names like Samsung, Google, and Huawei. When you first hold the phone, you would realize the build quality of the phone is a top-notch. The front and the back made entirely of Gorilla Glass 6, which is very durable. But you still have to be careful with it. It's not an indestructible phone, and it's a bit slippery too. You might want to put a cover on it. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging support. Glass back is here just for the aesthetic design. OnePlus is cutting corner here. Speaking of cutting corners, unfortunately the phone is not IPX rated, which means it's not waterproof like all the flagships nowadays. But OnePlus claimed that it is a splash proof, which is you can use it in the rain, but you cannot submerge the water. They did not go for the certificate because it's very expensive and they want to minimize the cost of the phone to compete in the mid-range price, which I understand and I actually love this feature of it. But if you do your research, you'll find so many YouTubers who actually submerged in water and it survived. We would not do this here on the channel as I do not see that I would actually submerge my phone in the water or wash it. It's stupid? Forget it. Oh my god, that was a bad idea. It hurts seeing that. After you saw that non-intentional incident, the phone was working well. Everything was okay, fingerprint, face recognition, all the apps, the touch screen, it was okay. Nothing is wrong with it at all. So OnePlus 6T might be secretly waterproof, but don't count on me on that. And another cutting corners from OnePlus, the phone does not have stereo speakers, but it has only one speaker at the bottom of it, and believe me, you do not want to put your finger or your hand on top of it because it will muffle and it will sound like this. From LG, yeah, no one saw that coming, me neither. LG teamed up with Meridian, which apparently is a British leading company. But still, it's very loud and it's rich and I don't mind it. Second thing you would notice, the teardrop notch. I think this is the best application of the notch I've ever used. You would actually forget about it like it melts into the screen. Of course, if you want to hide it, you can, but I prefer to keep it on myself, so I don't lose some screen real estate. Speaking of the screen, it is huge, 6.4 optic AMOLED display and still 2340 by 1080. It's not quite HD yet, but it's very bright and has vibrant color. Also, it has adjustable color profiles. I like how OnePlus stretches the display almost to the edges with very minimal bezel and sheen. You can notice here there is no fingerprint scanner at the back. That's because it's implemented in the screen. I can't lie, it's very cool to unlock your phone by touching the screen, like you are in a Men in Black movie. But always first generation technology comes with a price, which is not fast as the traditional one, nor accurate either. But it does the job. Something I noticed though, when I try to unlock my phone at night in the dark, the screen goes full brightness, which is a bit annoying if you just woke up or you want to go to sleep. It is a minor issue, but it's worth mention. Also, there is another unlocking method which is very fast, the RGB camera housed by the notch. Of course, it's not as secure as Apple facial recognition. It is the gold standard for facial recognition in the market, but it is very good and pleasing to use. But the con of it that you cannot use it at night because it doesn't have the dot projector camera as the iPhone. There is another solution for that, but it is not pleasing as well, that the screen would go full brightness white to help the camera see your face and then unlock. When it comes to battery life, with 3700 mAh battery, this phone is definitely a day and a half phone. I easily get 8 hours plus screen on time on medium usage, while on heavy usage I get 6 hours more or less consistently, which is very good for a battery that size. Not to mention the ability to recharge 55% of the battery in just 30 minutes. That's insane, with the included fast charging brick. That's a hint for Apple. And due to the larger battery and the fingerprint in the screen, OnePlus got rid of the headphone jack. Apparently, there aren't many companies that still have the headphone jack in their phones. I think Samsung and LG only, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think, guys, of that move from OnePlus? Is it worth sacrificing the headphone jack for the larger battery and in-display fingerprint? Or do you prefer to have the headphone jack option? Let me know, guys, your opinion in the comment section below. I'm very curious to know. Company's modification over stock Android was one of the things hold me back from using Android for a long time, until I discovered Oxygen OS by OnePlus. It is that good that I can't imagine using Android without it. I have Pixel 3, but I prefer using Oxygen OS over stock Android now. Can you believe it? For its functionality and smoothness with no lag at all, I'm very happy with it. And I hope Google will learn a thing or two from OnePlus. OnePlus was behind in the camera department until OnePlus 6 and now a OnePlus 6T, especially after learning a lot from Pixel and iPhone. Now I can say this phone takes a pretty good photos, and in many occasions I prefer its photos over the Pixel 3. But that's just very subjective. Also, I'm in love with its night mode, which takes longer exposure photos for dark scenes. Of course, you have to hold it still for a couple of seconds to take the shot. Overall, it's a very solid device, easily my favorite phone right now. I can recommend this phone for anyone who wants to buy an Android phone and doesn't want to pay the premium price tag, but still wants a premium phone. But for people who own a OnePlus 6, I don't really think it's worth the upgrade, unless you really want that battery bump and a new design display. That's it for today, guys. I hope I helped you to make that purchase decision. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it double dislike. And to watch more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to shake the bell. Move safe. See you in the next one.